Oh, hello there.
Lady Cartus. And hello to all you viewers at home for a special presidential covered dish where we would remind you to exercise your right and very, very, very important civic duty to vote.
Girl.
Subtle?
So subtle. This look is, I always say the look is everything, but tonight the look is everything. Give us a stand. Have a stand. Tell who is she? Where is she from? What's her story? Is she single?
She's very chaste and demure. Listen,
Yes.
So this is a costume that Panache Trois uses for Vogue, and we remade the iconic VMA Awards 1991 performance where they were all looking like, well, Madonna was looking at Marie Antoinette, and it was like her whole court. And so I was trying to give you like feminine French courtesan fantasy, but I feel sort of like I look like Cyril Richard in Mary Martin's Peter Pan.
Oh my God, no, you don't. Oh my God.
So, you know, it has an extra little thing that pulls the hips out to here, but I can't fit in the room if I'm wearing that. So
What is that called?
Panniers.
Panniers.
In French, it's panier.
Pannier.
Panier.
That sounds like a great pastry.
Yes, it sounds like bread.
Can we talk about the Mary Martin version of Peter Pan?
I wish we would, because I'd rather talk about that than President's Day. But since you insisted, Brooke, that is my favorite adaptation for.
It's the best adaptation
for stage and screen of Peter Pan, because it is so campy. It looks like those sets were made by a middle school drama class.
Oh yeah, and it's queer as fuck.
It's queer as fuck. I love Captain Hook. Cyril Richard is just such a fruit basket in it. It's delightful. He's like, I can't wait to see Peter Pan. Ooh, I'll tear him. And I was like, I bet you will, you fruity top.
Okay, so like, I'm just putting together that like I loved this movie as a kid. And I really am like,
you have found your root. Do you remember that from I'm a Cheerleader? Where they're all going around telling what made them gay, and she's like, you found your root.
I did. I found my root.
Yeah.
That's what's happened. Also, we talk about how I'm dressed like the scammer woman from Theranos in Silicon Valley. I don't know what's happening today.
Just indicted for fraud. Yeah. And then, like, what
just
is this?
Indicted for fraud, but make it fashion.
But make it fashion. So what do these two looks say together?
I am your Secret
beauty,
Service
past
agent.
and present.
Yes, actual like CIA operative. So I guess
you are full on Jennifer Garner, Sydney Bristow, and Alias.
Oh my God, girl! I wish for that hip size. Anyways,
she's a wig away from incognito at all times. Where is she? I can't find her. And it's just me like.
You know, your looks are always so subtle. Girl,
thank you.
I am loving this look, and I'm loving that I would like to honor and celebrate you celebrating my favorite holiday, which is President's Day.
Well, I had to show up, Brooke, when you told me that this was your favorite holiday. There's really only one option, and that is to commit.
And you surely did. Is that a second fan?
It is a second. Well, I thought this was more appropriate for the period.
Yeah, Marie Antoinette was actually very against voting, so you're right.
Yeah. Brooke, this is precisely why you must keep the power away from the people, so that matters of their own health and safety can be made on their behalf by not elected officials, but those with true power. Power that was given to them by God, whilst they are guided irrevocably and haplessly to their ultimate demise. A happiness.
What was that thing what was it called when that like royalty was appointed by God? What is that called? Like divine something?
Divine right of kings.
Divine right of kings. I knew you would know that.
I watched all 3 seasons of The Crown. Yes, I did.
Yeah, you surely did. You know, we don't have a divine right of kings in this country on paper, but we do have a divine right of kings in this country.
Absolutely.
So the reason I love President's Day, and I encourage you to do this any day this week. If you missed it, it's okay. Is I love doing something presidential on President's Day. Because the presidents didn't give a shit about who they hurt. Do whatever you want. You could cheat on your wife with Marilyn Monroe. You could go to the theater. You could bomb Bosnia. Truly, don't worry about it.
Sky's the limit.
Just take a drone and kill just a whole village of civilians. Do you, boo?
Every day's the purge for presidents.
Preferably in a non-white country, but honestly, treat yourself. Because that's how it works when you're the president. What else can you do? LBJ got caught on a racist rant while someone hemmed his pants. You could do that. Skip the racist part, but you certainly can rant while someone fixes your inseam.
You can still go on racist rants in meetings where the agendas are made public. You can still do
Yes,
that.
you absolutely could. Absolutely could. Get canceled.
Mm-hmm.
What else could you...
Put on a very fancy wig. You deserve it.
Girl, you do deserve it. So I know we were supposed to think of drag king and drag queen names from presidents, but I only came up with one.
Oh my God. Oh, please, go ahead. Go ahead.
Which was Warren G. Hardening.
I'm not going to be able to top that.
It took a minute.
The drag name that I came up with wasn't for a president, but I was very proud of it while I was putting my face on. So for an amphibious drag queen, Rosie the Riveter.
I don't get it.
Rosie the Riveter?
What is riveter?
She's a frog. Bye, everyone.
Oh my God, the riveter!
Rosie the Riveter.
Oh my God.
Well, fuck
can you
my
do a
drag
frog
ladies and
impression?
gentlemen.
I don't think I can. No, I can't. It's an elephant.
Not in this look. It's just makeup everywhere. You know what the great thing about a face like this is you really don't have to care if it's symmetrical or good looking. Because it's just like clown face.
It's just like it's like a Matisse painting. It's just kind of like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Where it lands, it lands.
Exactly.
Like that orange isn't even, it's just floating next to the bowl, but it's like, it's impressionism, baby. Fuck it. Oh, girl. I do love President's Day. One of my favorite things to do on President's Day is lincoln the bed.
What?
You know what that is?
No,
Lincolning the bed? Well, that's fabulous. Many of you know the story of Abraham Lincoln getting shot in Ford's Theater by John Wilkes Booth. But what you don't know is he was carried to a local house to die. Because, like, that's what you just did then. You just got shot and slowly died in front of your friends and family. And the bed was so small and Abe was so tall, he had to be laid on it diagonally.
Oh, wow.
He died. I think it's one of my favorite stories of death of a president, because it's like, this man was in greatness, White House, and he didn't even have, like, didn't have White House. You know what I mean? He didn't have, JFK was shot horribly, right? But died in the car. Abe Lincoln was carried and, like, languished like a regular person in a pauper's bed, right? That, like, didn't fit him. And I love that, just desserts. And I know what you're thinking, Brooke, Abe Lincoln was the great emancipator. And I'm here to tell you, plot twist, he wasn't. Listen to the 1619 podcast. I don't have that kind of time otherwise.
I don't have that kind of time. We need to rely on this audience to do some of its own research. Brooke, have you always been into President's Day? Because I wanna be honest. Like, there's no cake. There's no decorate. Well, there are some decorations, I guess. You know what I mean? But it's not a very...
I'm looking at a decoration, baby.
Yeah, but not everyone is doing this for President's Day. So tell me, like, when did this first happen for you? Was it just... It started as
anti-Valentine's Day.
Oh, interesting.
So it's proximity to Valentine's Day. I found a balance of still getting a celebration in February and still having something without having it to be Valentine's Day. Because I was single and I was like, I want to celebrate President's Day. And then I found my partner in law school, who before law school, and it stuck. Like, they got me President's Day cards, like homemade, and like did the whole thing. Like, was just like, no, I commit to this bit. And then it was almost like they called my bluff and then I was stuck. So that stuck.
I thought maybe it was just an early interest in politics. I didn't know that it had a more complicated history with
It
Valentine's
did, but
Day.
I really fell in love with it because then I started researching things about presidents, and I enjoy a presidential biography in my downtime. But
well,
now
that's where you and I are different, because I get very frustrated about the whole idea of presidents and, in fact, national leadership, because I grew up in a very cynical household, and I think that's sort of made me a somewhat cynical adult. But time and again, we have seen the expectations on the office that supposedly controls the nation, which it doesn't. It's the executive branch of a system of checks and balances. But, recent few administrations, there's been a lot of executive orders. There's been a lot of, increasing divisions between the right and the left. So it just kind of seems like it has become more of a, like you said, divine right of kings sort of situation, right? I think people place more importance on the office of the president, and it seems like they place more importance on themselves rather than, making changes through the system as designed. But I guess now I'm getting into dicey waters here. We're not trying to get political on the dish. I would like to say I'm not a politician. I am an executive transvestite with a passion for makeup artistry. And those are my credentials. But I do have opinions, and they're sparkly
I love that because
opinions.
I think, what was maybe a glorified figurehead, right?
Yes.
So, who's the glorified figurehead in your life that you've just glorified too much? You know what I mean?
It's this wig.
Always back to relationships. Always back to
She's on my head. It's a fraught relationship. Oh, Anastasia's here. Hi, Anastasia. She says, I liked it, Eileen. Thank you. I assume you're talking about Rosie the Riveter, and I need someone in my corner, so.
Okay, no, here's the thing. Let me back up. Eileen is a linguist. And when I say that, people are like, oh, does she like language? No, she has a master's in it. So sometimes Eileen says
some
words
I don't. Cunning linguist, which is very
some might.
Classic.
The day that happens, give me a call. Anyways.
That's like a sexy check, please. Check, please.
Yes, some tractor salesman named Judd. I'm not gonna help you out there.
I like that.
I know you do. I got his number. I'll send it to you. Eileen is so brilliant, and I am a doctor, but not a real doctor of law. So I know a fair amount of words, but she says words I don't know. So I heard it, and I'm like, what is it? Riveter must mean something that I don't know. And this bitch is trying to embarrass me on the motherfucking dish. So in my insecure paranoia, I missed the joke. But that is not on me. That is not on Eileen. It's not on me. That is not me.
The 34th element on the periodic table, Riveter.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Y'all, she does this to me. She's so ridiculous.
And half of the time they're real.
Yes. This is a great time for you to come out as absolutely punking me all the time.
Do you remember when I was really into the screen name? I like Scream name too. But I was really into the screen name Dowager Clown. And you were like, Eileen, no one knows what a fucking dowager is. And I was like,
no, don't even say it.
This is what a dowager is. So
get in the chat if you know the word Eileen just said. I don't even have the confidence to say it.
Come through, girl. Give us a dowager. Someone give us a dowager.
No, you cannot Google it, dear viewers.
Sound off, dowagers.
Stress my life out. Stress my life out. I love you for it.
Ooh. Speaking of stress, President's Day. You know what else it makes me think of? It makes me think about all of the fallacies of the American dream and American values. Because it brings me really up close and personal with our nation's history and just how much we want to pretend like it's something that it's not.
Yeah.
And there's a lot to say on that specifically. But I don't know. It's kind of like celebrating Columbus Day for me, Oh,
yeah. There's no honoring the men, right? So you got to make your own luck. You got to make your own fun. So I like having something to celebrate.
As an indoor child, I am no stranger to making my own fun.
That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? And would you say an indoor child?
An indoor child, yes.
What?
Yeah, we had a little child-shaped door on the front door, and I never used it. Just always stayed inside, playing my little Tomb Raider on Windows 95.
It's just like shaped like a little bowl cut. It's like an outline of you.
Yeah.
Mine would have just been like an avocado with arms and legs. I have had these childbearing hips since I was 4, by the way, for the record. It's just been really fun for me growing up.
So what is the activity that you're supposed to do on President's Day? Now you said do something presidential, but
yes.
But is that really the move? Like, is that what you wake up on President's Day and you're like, I'm gonna really do this President's Day right? So what are you doing?
Yeah. Oh man, I mean, what aren't I doing? Playing golf, breaking a bathtub,
wilding out with Nick Cannon.
Breaking into a federal building with Nick Cannon. Probably getting impeached, maybe having a peach. What you got to do about President's Day, it is, you cannot try too hard because they don't. And I don't think
so. What I'm gleaning from this is to really celebrate President's Day, you have to drag those hoes for filth. You have to.
That's what I'm saying.
Drag them through the mud.
Absolutely. Perpetuate systemic racism, sexism. Just do you. Here's the thing. If you're alive in America, you're probably already perpetuating it, so you probably don't have to make too much of an effort.
Fill the cracks in the glass ceiling.
Yes. Make sure there's no upward mobility.
Caulking.
Caulk.
Yeah.
Lesbians love caulking. They do. It was like, first of all, every woman I've ever dated, they're like, oh, I'm handy. I know how to use caulk. I'm like, no, here's the thing. Caulk is like level 1.
Mm.
You turned the console on. You haven't even played the game, homie.
You do not know handy until you are Eileen Galvin and Brooke Curtis going to Home Depot in a full hot roller set with a house coat and looking for drywall screws.
Lemon. It was a lemon-colored coat dress.
Lemon chiffon house coat.
Sorry. Coat dress.
Yeah.
You're like, bitch, it's a house
coat dress. Trash.
Trash. No, I love this. I love this game. You gotta decide what you want to do. We do not recommend cheating, though. Even though all presidents do it. I think except Barack Obama. I know, political, but here we are.
That we know of. I mean,
that we know of.
There's plenty.
Barack and Michelle?
No. I know, I'm kidding. I would highly
fight you.
But
I will fly to Ohio. I will fight you.
No.
We don't believe in cheating. We believe in ethical non-monogamy. But if you must, you know what I mean? Cheat on your dog, like pet another dog.
But if you have to, do it on President's Day.
Yes. And do it like pet another person's dog that isn't your dog.
Yeah.
Which I always feel like I'm cheating when I pet a dog that isn't Penny. Or Juno.
You know what you could do on President's Day? You could make a plan to do what you say.
Oh, I like that. You know what's so great? There's
Register.
No elections, but treat yourself to registering. And even if you think you're already registered, check your the voting rules because they probably purged you if you live in a Republican state.
Yeah.
Good times, girl.
Barriers to freedom.
So now that I have introduced you to President's Day, what's your plan? Like, how are you feeling? How is she doing with it? What are your thoughts? What is one thing you would do that's presidential?
I don't know if it's presidential, but are you familiar with the pagan practice of warding?
No.
Okay.
No, and no one is.
Listen, pagans, get in the chat because they will back me up on this, Brooke.
Does anyone commented about Dowager?
Witches, ghouls, all of them. Vampires, get in the chat. Listen, warding is something very fun that you can do for yourself. It is the use of scent or natural objects or incantation to protect the boundaries of your space. And so I feel like one thing that I'm going to do on President's Day is I'm just going to make sure all my wards are re-upped so that I can just keep all the craziness of the outside world at bay. And then
I like that.
Yeah, and then after that, I think I'm probably going to read some Black history. you know?
Oh, that would be nice.
It's Black History Month, but that does not mean it ends in February, you know? We have a lot of catching up to do given our nation's very terrible history. I love you
saying that dressed like this.
I know,
is like
right?
My favorite thing. It's amazing.
How do you feel about that cognitive dissonance?
Oh, that's great. That's
Wearing
great.
possibly the whitest thing ever from like the French Versailles court. You know what I mean?
What kind of like lace is that? Is that just, I can't really see it.
What kind of lace is it?
It's like lace?
Yeah, it's just lace trim, you know.
Oh, it's lace trim. Okay.
This is very costumey, Brooke. So don't make me get too close to the camera, else the whole veneer will wash away.
You got that Janice Dickinson lens on, you know, that just kind of.
I was just happy that I had fingerless white lace gloves in my drawer.
I was very worried about that. Yeah, that was like, I was like, we're gonna have to cancel the show.
I wasn't sure, like, if I was even going to be able to gesture tonight.
Yeah,
So some of us do struggle. On President's Day.
You're having a cocktail in a wig. That is your President's Day. That's all they did was drink in wigs.
Yeah, drinking in wigs. That's like, what could be more presidential?
I love it.
What could be more presidential?
You know, as I think about our parting thoughts and how I want to wrap up, I would like to, before we go, remember the closing line from Tu Wong Fu. Thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. Where the racist, homophobic, bigoted cop is yelling at the random farmer. It's like, they're all drag queens and homosexual freaks. Yeah. And the random farmer goes, well, the founding fathers wore wigs and heels. I love that.
I love that too. I love that for us. I love that for us on President's Day.
Yeah, I feel like I also, just for the record, for any of the founding fathers, do not want to claim them in our community. Like, y'all can keep them. Sometimes my sister will like text me some terrible thing.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, you think they're gay? Like, as a separate thing? And I'm like, no, I don't want them. No, you keep them.
How many of those threads do you get from your sister in a given week? Do you think they're gay?
I hope they're gay.
Jen, I can't support you through every heterosexual crisis that you go through.
There are so many heterosexual crises. Top 3 heterosexual crises.
Oh, is that our parting thought? Yes.
Yes, top heterosexual crises. Because that's presidents, most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Who knows? Men, just stressful.
Just men, generally?
Just all men.
Okay.
The PTA?
Like the Parent-Teacher Association?
Yes.
Is
You're heterosexual. Crisis? You have kids.
I was going to say anal because it's not just for the gays, you know?
Oh, wow. We really did a plot twist there.
I mean, we don't have time to cover this tonight, but listen, I've said it before on this channel. The best thing you can do for yourself is take yourself on a date. Pour a nice bubble bath, get something, you know, like get it lubed up and slip it in because it's a great thing. It's a great thing that you can do with yourself, by yourself, for yourself, Brooke. Self-care is so important in this day and age.
Self-care is so important. There's like, for the first time ever, this is not to be a downer, but you know, we're about this. The rates of HIV transmission are higher in straight people, higher right now than gay couples or gay people, which is the first time ever. That was really hard for me to get out.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm saying? Because straight people don't think about it. They think it's a gay disease. And plot twist, it's not. It's a virus. So
that is actually proof that the stigmatization of the AIDS crisis as a gay disease hurts everyone because it all came back around. And now it's hurting people who are gay, straight, everyone.
I know.
And that's how communicable diseases work. And when public health gets politicized, then we all suffer.
I think this was a really good episode. I know we're still recording, but I just want to have a quick debrief.
I just want to debrief on the air.
That's super light.
Yeah.
AIDS, anal.
Yeah. This show truly has it all, Brooke. We're just talking to each other now. You guys can leave if you want to.
Yeah.
Brooke, I think this is season 2. I think we've rounded out season 1. Now we're in season 2.
You can stay if you know what dowager means. Wait a minute. Okay, wait, I'm going to try to spell it. Why am I counting the letters? D.
Can I hear it as a sentence?
No, you can't. DOW. I just don't know if there's an N anywhere. Can I get a hint?
Dowager?
Okay. Fuck you.
Is there an get in the chat? Is there an N in Dowager? All right, go ahead, Brooke.
No, I'm not gonna go now.
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna go now. Absolutely not. Who would keep going?
Give them what they want, Brooke. And what they want is spelling.
DOW.
Mm-hmm. N.
Look, you cracked yourself up.
Downinger.
Downinger. No, Dowling. I thought it was DOWINGER.
Dowinger?
Like Dowinger.
No. I'm so sorry.
Look at your face.
I'm trying not to sound like a bitch.
Look at your face.
I'm a total bitch.
This is why.
I'm a total bitch.
This is why I don't talk to you about words.
This is why I moved away.
This is why your parents left you. Okay. Anyways, okay. D, spell it out.
No, go ahead.
Or if you want to know, you have to tune in next week.
I like that. Let's leave a little bit of mystery. But I'll give you a hint. There's no N in Dowager.
Fuck off. I am going to go do something presidential, which is not call my friend. Rude, Eileen. All right, readers every time. What a delight it has been to see you and all of your eyebrows.
It is always
a delight.
There's many. There's a lot tonight. There's a lot because I didn't glue them down. It is always truly a pleasure and a delight. And listen, Brooke, you know what? Don't miss me too much because next Tuesday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we gonna do it all again on Covered Dish. Bye.